Alright, what's up guys? This is Tom Burkhardt from car-revs Daily in the 2016 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. We've got the all-wheel drive Super Crew here in V6 trim, of course. The truck is really fun. It's I actually got to take it out on the beach briefly today to take some photos, and it was awesome as expected. Pretty light off-roading overall. The things about the Frontier that I love really need to be stressed on video. Okay, so first off, the 2016 Frontier comes in, you know, like 50 plus configurations, multiple bed lengths and cab styles, and this 4-liter V6 for the top trims, of course. So 4 liters producing 261 horsepower, 281 foot-pounds of torque through a 5-speed automatic, and this really bulletproof, really just amazingly rigid feel for the entire chassis, suspension, 4-wheel drive system. I mean, it really feels good. It really is easy. We also have a locking diff for the back that we can engage. We're just in 2-wheel drive mode. Okay, so we've got diff locking back. This Pro 4X model includes Bilstein off-road shocks, special tires on unique 16-inch wheels, and then from the Pro 4X package, we also have the luxury pack, which includes leather cabin and these really cool like Xterra style roof rails that feel fun. So you can see, and that it's pretty nice. I mean, it feels good. It's got good strength. I'm not an off-roading demonstration expert, and really wanted to focus on the Frontier as it drives on the road, which is what you'll be doing most of the time. And this powertrain is bulletproof. The truck feels exceptionally strong, as I mentioned in the chassis department, but we'll pop into 4 high right now. And the powertrain as well also feels very potent. The Frontier is so over-equipped as a mid-size truck that can do almost everything a full-size can, that when it's just you one up in the cab, you're not pushing its limits too hard. Slow recording. Good. So it's quick. It feels quick. I think that it certainly feels as urgent and responsive on throttle as the last Tacoma I drove, if not quite as sprightly and fast as the new Colorado from Chevy with the 3.6 liter V6. Okay, so. But, I'm finding great strength in the Frontier for 2016. I mean, you would think that this truck, which has been on the market for quite a while and has, a real traditionalist exterior with no LEDs, but an awesome template and base point for you to start customizing and upgrading the Frontier, for your specific uses. So, I mean, that includes like these giant integrated flared fenders, really cool stance, plenty of ride height on 31-inch tires with a full-size spare in back. The bed of this truck has like a ton of hooks and utility stuff. I mean, you could really do a ton of crazy mountaineering in the Frontier. But so it's a traditionalist in the exterior, and also in the way a lot of the cabin electronics are operated. But and that applies to like the transmission, lighting controls. We have 8-way adjustable seats with lumbar, but all that stuff is manual. You've got like individual switches here, sort of just a more old-fashioned style setup for everything. It does. The Frontier beeps too when you lock it on the key fob, which is kind of a minor irritant. But I think you could turn that off at the Nissan dealer. I couldn't find any settings in the controls, which are really like the mid-cluster screen is extremely limited in its functionality. But the flip side of that coin of like really just sort of like classic, tried and true tested electronics and off-road hardware is that you have a really great head unit on this test truck. The optional navigation and fully integrated touchscreen system right here is really good. I really like it. It's useful. You can switch them on. Different controls for aux, of course, to get your iPod in, but it also has Sirius XM, pretty good graphics, although a pretty small screen overall, and is good, fairly decent at tech integration. I mean, but the app suite and stuff like that is very limited. It's sort of a, if you're not, I mean, I don't know. I just think they're that's the only way to describe it. Is it, it's more of a classic thing. If tech is not your thing, then that can be an advantage. But for people who really want the latest like integrations, the Frontier is lacking in that regard. But it feels really strong. As we said, it looks pretty cool on the outside. So like, what are the wish lists for a Frontier update in the future? I definitely would like to see updated materials and designs in here, because it really feels like my old 04 G35 sort of in the steering wheel and a lot of stuff like that. And also the seats, which are leather and have some cool like Pro 4X branding, are not super supportive. They're actually, no, I shouldn't say, they're not very supportive at all. Like, they're really comfortable, but they're more thrown, like they have almost no lateral support. And with this leather, you really have to hang on and brace yourself into the rest of the driving position. That being said, the drive position itself is pretty good, except I wish it were a little lower. I wish the seat would go, 3 to 4 inches lower, where it's lowest setting right now. And even on this, Pro 4X, where you're sort of like stood up tall, I would like to be able to lower the seat considerably lower than it does go. Another thing is the adjustable rake and reach of the column, or excuse me, just adjustable rake here. You can get it in a pretty good setting, but no reach controls, and there isn't a real like sport mode or anything for the drive. You can turn overdrive off and select individual gears, but really sort of like a classic style, a classic favorite, which gets to which is fine, which is all like really, really well and good. And in the truck game, it was pointed out to me that newer is not always better. So I certainly agree, and really like the Frontier for 2016. I think it's really fun. But the downside is it's the price, which is granted. This one is really loaded with every option, including like some special $200 floor mats, or actually that and the luxury back are the only options, I should say. But a ton of equipment. The total comes in pretty high. So it's, as delivered, we're looking at 35,800. Excuse me, 35,910. So that's really steep when really steep. But I think that they're motivated to sell. You can get really good deals on Frontiers, and I think in that case, if you could get $5,000 off, this is an awesome buy of a truck that's gonna run like a tank forever, and also be pretty fun and nimble, and just feels like your truck. Has really trusty handling and all the benefits we talked about before.